Afternoon all, how are you doing? Just get it sticking on here. Just put this onto the screen. And just mute that. Oh, there we go. Anthony Dodge, how are you doing? Ivo. All set, Martin O'Keefe, how are you doing? Andy, Hot Dog Pilot. Moneybuck Junction. You're all well. Right, so let me change this around for a minute because right. Okay, let's try that. The sound coming through now? Hopefully there'll be something coming through. Yep. Okay, brilliant. Happy days. Okay. Where's my seat? I don't really know how to go about saying this. Never mind. Okay. So, yeah, Sunday. So I'm going to do just a little bit of ballasting on the track just in front of the scrapyard boundary line where we put the fences up a few weeks before. I'm just going to touch that up with some medium ballast. And then I'll probably move on to some other stuff. Not too sure yet. just play how it goes. 2 trains running at the moment, just a 66 and the 800. The 800 not long back from Hornby, a month, 2 months ago, sort of thing. So it's had a little bit of a run, but I'm gonna see if we can do like a 2-hour stint sort of thing on relatively sort of slow speed. So by the by, other than that, it's just a Sunday chill. I'll move the cameras around to various places, and I'll go from there. 800, yes. Before, you know, I'm going to say this. Before I go into doing stuff on my live, there's something that I probably need to get out there. It's not pertaining to anything to me, not as far as I'm aware, anyway. But I was off for a few weeks, just recovering from a minor op, so there's no time for me to be up here. And someone on the last week's stream kindly emailed me some quite disturbing information, along with some links to some videos. Now, I'm not going to go into the ins and out of it. It's not really my business. And it pertains to a subscriber who no longer is a subscriber. Well, I'm certainly not on their channel anyway. Needless to say, I've broken contact with that subscriber. That was my decision, purely based on some of the things that I'd heard, I'd seen, and instances where one of the videos was, what would I say, quite disturbing. Not something I would normally expect to see. I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of it all. I'm sure some of you do know. Some of you have obviously on this channel because of his input in the past, which is fine. If you so wish to continue to be a subscriber to my channel, I'm happy. If you decide otherwise, then it's entirely down to you. I just want to make it clear that whilst he or this person was on my videos or streams, I did not see anything untoward. Certainly not against me or others at the time. So I'm trying to stay neutral in this sort of thing. The only reason mainly is because of the job I do, I cannot be exposed to that kind of behavior in a final word. Okay. So for that reason, that person has been unfollowed. His moderator status has been removed. That's it, basically. I'm like I said, I'm not going to go into the ins and outs of it. You lot have more than likely seen or heard various things going on. I'm not going to get into it, but just to give you the heads up, he won't be on any of my lives in future. And I, from the impression I get, I doubt if he'll be doing any live stuff soon. He's certainly burnt the bridges. Not so much UK, but possibly the United States Modelers Club. So it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway, enough of that. Just want to get that out of the way. So moving on. Sunday, what's everyone up to? Put in the comments below what you're doing currently, whether you're just watching streams or whether you're doing any work on your layouts and stuff. And then let's just keep the chat and the community going as it was before. Happy days. Okay. So, one thing. Did say last week that I was hoping to try and get this repaired. That hopefully should be a bit more of a reality now, because we managed to locate the running gear for this 91. So obviously, like I said before, this is from one that we bought and updated for son-in-law last year. It went a little bit peak tone. I don't know, maybe it wasn't quite picking up correctly. So we put to the side for a bit, and obviously we upgraded it to a CD motor version and did a hardwire into a basic DCC. He's now managed to find this, so that's good. It saves 30 quid trying to buy a new or replacement sort of motor system. The gearings and everything are on it. So all I need to do now is pick up a new CD motor. Because of the thickness of that frame, we'll probably go to a 9mm wide motor. I do have one here actually. However, this is for a Lima one, and I couldn't even fit it in if I tried. So this CD motor is for a Lima Coco system. So for a 37s, any Lima 37s out there, and this was bought from Strathpepper Junction. Obviously, finally arrived in the post. Little issue with the post because they delivered it to a different address in a different town. So Royal Mail, well done. But anyway, it's turned up. So at the moment, that's just going to sit as a spare. Should I get any more Limas coming in, I can just fit that straight to it and it'll do an easy conversion. But looking at obviously the thickness of that, that's going to be ideal to go into this one. So what we'll do is we'll buy this, another one for a Hornby version this time from Strathpepper, and hopefully we can just fit it straight into this and get all this upgraded to DCC. So hopefully this is all going well. Just make sure I get this in the right way. Something like that. So the running gear is there. We just need to get the motor, so wiring sorted out, and then a DCC. And I think what we'll do with that one is we'll probably put a it is Lay's, yeah, Lay's DCCs, the ones that come with a stay alive resistor on it, capacitor on it, sorry. So we'll do that. So that'll be hopefully up and coming in the next couple of weeks. So who have we got in the room then? Let's have a look. Boss Car Jerry, how you doing? Welcome to the channel. Irish 60 fan, hello. Hemel Model Railway. So he's watching and building his OO gauge warehouse. Awesome. And let's have a look who else we've got there. So I'm just looking at a different screen. Okay. Happy days. Brilliant. Okay. Yeah. So that was the bump out of the way. Let's see if we can get on now. I'm just getting this little bit of ballasting set down on the corner where that scrap yard is. So I want to try and tidy up that corner. I've got a couple of dropper wires that I need to drop in as well, because I noticed there's a little bit of a drop in voltage just on that particular corner. So I'll just cut a couple of wires just to drop in place, and then we'll get on with the ballasting. So what we'll use is, yeah, we can use that. The good thing is always keep your spare cutoffs. They always come in handy. So this is the main wires that I've used for the droppers in the past. I think it's just like stereo wire. I didn't know at the time what the gauge was, but I have no idea what it is now. I'd have to look it up. But it's quite handy because obviously black and red, which is what I use for wiring out the tracks and stuff. So I'll get that put in place, and then we can get on with the ballasting. Yeah. Let's see if I can move. Instead of moving this, see if I can move it over via the camera, and hopefully the sound will go as well. Camera settings and audio. Hopefully, yep. Hopefully, we can still hear me then. Right, so that's onto the camera view. Okay. Just get the orientation of this. Right to the back. Okay. So mine I have read to the back of the track. So I'll just put this in here then. There's nothing running on this track, so I'm quite happy just to leave these here. There we go. Cool. Jonathan, how are we doing? Welcome to the Sunday. Hope you're well. Yes, Irish 60. Sorry, let me just. Oh, yet again, no pens, no pencil. Let me just get your username. Now, what's your name? Irish 60. So, but yeah, that's exactly what I want to go for. Illuminated models. They've got some 8-pin DCC boards. Yeah, I picked up a few a while ago. I've used them in a using a previous model, but the class 37 that I repaired or upgraded the other week, I used that DCC board. So yeah, I've got a few of them spare. Thanks for that. Craig. Happy days. Right, so just see if it's a little bit different. So previously I've used wouldn't seen it's the medium ballast. What I've got here is it's a very similar substitute that I managed to acquire today. Just a small bag, and we're just going to basically tidy up this area here. Just finish this area right down to where the crossover is. I'm going to ballast all this, fill in these gaps here, finish off this area, and then just basically just try and bring this back to our normal sort of completed ballast area, essentially. So we've got that. We've got our usual isopropyl that will spray down here first. We've got a mixture of water and a bit of fairy liquid. I'll be adding some glue to that in a second, and we'll give that a bit of a mix. And essentially, spray this down first, and it'll be a good time just to give that a bit of a wipe, which seems okay. And then we'll lay the ballast down on here, and we can use this little device. These are quite good to use. I mean, you can either just put it down manually, just tip it out sort of thing and spread it along, or you can use these nice little tools that you can get from pretty much any model shop. And the idea is that you fill up this full of your ballast, and as you run it along, it's supposed to come out nice and even. And you just do that all the way around until wherever you need it. Let's just do that there, because I want to take that to the there without any interruptions. There we go. So that's what we'll do. Right. Let's get on with this then. Just looking at don't mix me up with Mr. Grimm over NDJ. He's Craig as well. All right. fair shout, no problem. Sparky 107, how are you doing? Okay. So first things first, then we'll just spray this area down. I've already made sure that I've got no loose track pins or any couplers that may have come off. So I'm quite happy with that area. And a little bit there, should I need to. It's just, there we go. Okay. Oh, there's one more tool I need to bring. Let me expand out one of those. Where's it going? Why is it every time you do a stream, doesn't matter how much preparation you do, you still miss something? Oh well. Right. So let's get some of this in then. Put it in there. It's handy to have a little paintbrush as well. That'll help you to settle out the ballast in certain areas. We're just going to top this up. Let's see how far we get with that bit. And it is then just literally a case yeah. Happy days. That wasn't a bad guess. Okay. I don't know if this camera's on HD or standard. I'm not sure. Let me have a look. Maybe not high def. And all we need to do now is just basically, with that brush, just move some of this about. You definitely need to use some excess on there. Then just push some stuff over to the side. And we just sort of move it about so it's pretty much level with the tines. I mean, this is stuff that you've probably all done, guys, so it's not really teaching anyone any new tricks here. It's just something to fill the gap on a Sunday afternoon. A little bit there, I just need to dump in. And on the edges. And then a little bit. It's a bit of a tedious job, but it does make it worthwhile once you've done it. A lot easier with a makeup brush. Yeah, it's whatever you've got to hand, isn't it? You know, whatever's easy for you to use, whatever you're comfortable with using as well. Like, you know, there's all sorts of different tips and tricks. One of the main ones is basically I tend to put this in dry. I don't tend to put the isopropyl on, and then I use a hammer and I just tap the rails, and a lot of this stuff just tends to find its way into the grooves. At the moment, I can't find my hammer. So just take that off the road. It's a bit awkward because I've not got much light in this area, so let me just see if I can push it around to there. Is that any better? Obviously not. Yeah, it's just a case of just teasing it off the tines. This inner one I don't need to do, so I'm just going to push it away from the tines and just do. Where sometimes some of this gravel just tends to stay in the middle, especially when they want to use it again next time. So I'm trying to mimic that effect really. And the other thing you can do is you can run your finger along it. Like I said, there's loads of different ways of people doing things. You can see now that just by running my finger across this, it sort of gets all that gravel settled into the gaps. There needs doing. And just smooth it in. So what have we got on the chat then? So Craig uses a spoon. Yeah, I've seen that done. I think I may have done it myself at one point before I had any of this, that ballaster little kit thing. Yeah, there's lots of different ways you can do it. It's not teaching anyone anything new here. Okay, so we'll put a bit more on this side just to build that up a bit. Just push that in. There we go. I mean, eventually we'll get all this done for the rest of the track, but we've been so indecisive at the moment. I'm still toying with the idea of putting in a second level, so I haven't quite made up my mind where I'm going to put in the second lot of track, and more importantly, where it's actually going to start to slope down. So I want it to go underneath this main baseboard. The idea is that one side of this is going to be a fiddle yard, just for storage more than anything else. But there we go. Right, let's get some like a little bit of glue in place. Right, let's put some of that in there. And here's steering stick. There we go. Ooh, oops. I'll try that one later. So just mixing in the glue, that a little bit of water so we can water it down, and you've got a tiny percentage of fairy liquid in there, just to allow it to spread when we put it over the tracks. Keep that stuff off the white possible. A little bit more. It's almost like making a cocktail. Okay. The good thing is I've just put the lid back on it. It will keep for the next time I do some more. That's about right. So, just trying to think. We've got here actually. Need to head to the shops for Joyce to take a. Okay, Anthony, no worries. Thanks for dropping in. It's just a case of get yourself a little syringe. Other ways of buying this glue is available. So you want to try and get it so it's smooth enough that probably needs a little bit more. Let's try a bit more. There we go. You want to try and get it as smooth when you're putting this glue on as possible. Last thing you want is for your syringe to spurt it out, because it will displace all of your ballast. Okay. And that's all we really need to do. This just is going to soak in so quick and real. All right, Craig. Yeah, RGJ trains. They're really good, aren't they? They've got on. They're going on really well at the moment. It was through them that I discovered that one of the model shops that they went to in North Wales just happened to be down the road from where I used to live. So when I was up there a couple of weeks ago, we went in to have a look, and I came across that 37. So I decided, yeah, we'll have that, we'll buy that, and I can convert it. So this now, hopefully, will start to take very soon. I'm trying my best not to get too much. I mean, you're going to get stuff on the rails. It's inevitable, yeah. But I try to stay away from if I can. And then hopefully this stuff will just set really, really well. It'll be nice and solid definitely by next week. It is warming up in here, so that is a good thing. There we go. One thing I've seen, I don't know if I can get rid of it. A little white paint mark on there. There we go. So, let's move that from that side, see if we can get a better view on it. But it's not much, isn't it? Small area. And then obviously we just need to do this outer side. And that should. 26 shop lines, online shop needs got stuff. Okay. So I heard in the news that was it Hatton's? Obviously they've closed down, but I've also heard that is it Rails of Sheffield now have taken over their emails and basically contact addresses, isn't it, for various modelers. So it looks like they're basically taking over whatever stock's left over, I'm assuming. So just blending this in now with the other one, just to add a bit of stock to it. Again, just trying to get it off the tines. So yeah, any of you were a member of Hattons, and you've had emails from Wales and Sheffield, so they've taken over. It's seen it 2 trains, yeah, simply only one. Let me just find out why this one's not running. Oops. Why then? We'll just get this 66 up and running. 66. Let's see. Yep. Yeah, can I go on? Yeah. Actually, let's have a look. I should be able to do something about that. I don't know if I've got any of the mods. So let me have a look, see what I can put on the page. Andy, what's going on? Andy, you're up. Mod. Trying to figure out what I do. I'm going to get someone to be in the on here for such a long time. I can scale the green out 66, are they? What livery are you going for, Craig? Right, I'll have a look in a bit. I'm just trying to find out who the ad moderators again. It's been ages, but failing that, I can do one later on. GBRF. Yeah, they're pretty good actually. I've seen a couple of them come down our way. Right, I'll just finish off doing this. I'll just clear this off and I'll put some glue in, and then that should be this bit done. Just trying to get this spread out as quickly and easy as possible. And again, just using my finger just to sort of try and get that stuff into the tiles. Yeah, quite a few times we've seen the GBRF ones come through. Decent livery on those. VGA Blue Turks Navy. Awesome. 31st of March arrival. Ooh. Interested to see that one then. Okay. Right, so we'll just get this. Move that to there. Move the wiring out of the way. Apologies if it's a bit shadowy. I haven't got any decent lights up here at the moment. And I'll just use a tapping stick. Just to try and get this. And if it's all confused, you can always run that around there just to make sure there's no bits of gravel capturing on the truck. Nice. Okay. Good. Just put a little bit more over on this side. And then we'll go from there. So that, I think, that's pretty much how I want it to be, I think. There we go. And we'll just use that again, just to make sure there's a little grit in there. Happy days. There we go. The good thing with this is that basically, if should you need to take the track up for whatever reason, you just basically spray it with water, give it a few minutes. The glue will start to go off, your soft sort of thing. And in most cases, you can probably retrieve a lot of this gravel back. So they're just like scraping it off, putting it in the bin. You can actually get this stuff recycled. So that all works out. Right, just sort out this one for a minute. So I'm going to clean the track in. Yeah, so just do a little bit here. What I do is I put it towards the actual edges of the tines, and then it just naturally seeps down towards the rest of the stuff. And sometimes you do get the old splodge. It's unavoidable, unfortunately. It's just one of those things. Yeah. So then and hopefully that will dry off now. I'll give it a bit of a mixed match. Actually, let's see what we've got here. So look at the chat. We're getting away from the screen. See the screen here. Yeah, so a few of you have had some stuff from Hattons or Rails of Sheffield, as it's now known. So, all right, okay. So you're getting the end of March, 169 BCC ready. That's not bad, I suppose. I take it that's all the usual sort of lights and stuff on it and everything all ready to go. Car on its roof. What's going on down there, Andy? Car on the roof. No, I don't know what that is. I have got a track rubber somewhere. I have no idea where it is. So what I'll do is I'll move this along and then I'll clean the track. So I'll leave that to dry now. What I'll do is I'll just move this camera around to a better side. Hopefully that'll be sufficient. The tracking training I've got one. So I'll do the same thing as ballasting and magnetic roof removal. That sounds good then. Private drives, well, that's amazing. Drives and then. Is that Stobart no loader? Oh, actually, yes, it is. Put it back here for a second. We can have a bit of a dandy. So that's it without its thing. Obviously, came in a display case, so we took it out, and also you can find it. It's adjustable as well, so you can have it short or long, depending on what you're carrying. And then basically at the moment I've just got this sat on there, but I should have some rails underneath. But I've just got that sat there for now. But yes, it is Greg. All right, Andy, no worries. Catch up with you later. Audio's gone distorted again. Sorry. Hopefully that's back to square one. So let's put that to there. So it's sort of been a mix of old and new ballast on here, so it gives it a bit of a mottled effect. It's 800 going past. That's better. Good. You never know on this, whether it's working or not. Sometimes it works all the time. Even when I swap over to the camera on the laptop, other times it just drops out. So I don't know you're not telling me. I have no idea. So that's all the ballasting done. This is only a short one to do. Just to get that area sort of completed, really. There's dry. So I got some of the scrap stuff in here. Did that a few weeks ago on the live. Oops. In fact, I've still got a bit here at the moment. What are we going to put here? Let's put this in. Snap that off. Just do that there. So, scrap area is coming along a little bit now. Just gradually increasing bits and pieces that are in here. Well, this is all dry now, rock hard now. We have to bring this out a little bit, I think. And we'll stick that over there. Let's have a look. So, backgrounds with 2 pieces of build. So the living units room. Are you referring to the bridge over the canal? Right. I think that's what you're on about, isn't it? These bits here. Yeah, I'm finished up. Yeah, so initially this was going to be, obviously it's a laser cut MDF kit, and it was initially going to be 2 bridges, but because I wanted a double bridge on this one, I literally built them side by side and glued them together, and obviously unknowingly when I put these in, because I changed my mind halfway through as I do with most things, I realized that I obviously had the rail in the center, but I've actually left it in. I don't think it sort of detracts from anything as such. So I've decided to leave them in for now. Well, yeah, there is that. This whole area, I don't know if I can bring this back a bit, but this whole area used to lift out. It used to be my way of getting into the attic. But I've actually, because I've spent so much time on the actual area around here, that I've decided to lock it in place and it no longer lifts up. So head side, obviously you have a bridge girder system here, and then another one at the back end. I'll just put that to there. Happy days. Still getting caught in that bit. I need to put some droppers on the back end of this rail. Yeah, I do need to get a couple more canal boats in here as well at some point. Definitely need to get some droppers in there. Let's do this. Just a little bit of clean. Okay. There we go. 60 and a bit more power setting should have to get over the zone. Yeah, I will do actually. I'll just clean up that area now. So it's just coming up to it. So I might just see what goes in this one. See how he goes. There we go. Hey, Chase, hey, how you doing? How you doing there, honey? Good stream we had the other day of your running session. Good to see those trains going around your layout. As I say, every time we go on a live, you just never know, dear. There's always something that happens. So I'm only running two lots of trains today because obviously we're being ballasting this area. So this is going to be a little bit wet until it gets time to dry. It's a clean one for me. Definitely have to try and find out where my track rubber's done. Pretty interesting one. Where does the double track go? Oh, I stopped again. Oh, I saw that price out there. We'll just have a look at what's going on here. Just to Sorry about those. There we go. Definitely want to invest in all those CMX track cleaner cabbages. They're just so bloody expensive to get hold of, though, and hardly any of them are in the UK. The double side, so obviously we've got the other track that comes along here. That filters through to the left. We've got a 3-point motor, a 3-way point system. That takes us into the small TB area here. At the distance, we've got a refuel area, and where you see this blue HST, that links around and goes into this maintenance building that I'm constructing at the moment. At the moment, it just seems to be a storage for trains, lights, books, but that will become a big maintenance building. Can't really show you that much, but I suppose if I put you up here without pulling the wire out, you might get a better overview. So from the scrapyard moves across the canal, 2 outer tracks go out the whole sort of perimeter of the attic. We've got 2 other tracks, and then we've got our little T&B area. A little bit of a fuel depot, and 2 tracks that go into what will become a maintenance shed. Over the other side, then obviously it comes round back, comes along to the foot area, and then the station. Again, at the moment it's a bit cluttered with various things just parked up. And then that just feeds back, goes underneath there, and the back end of where you've been there, looking straight back to the scrap area. So while it's doing that, then I'm going to put this over to this side so I can move some stuff. Stationary. So that's where that double track goes. Obviously, we've got some bits and pieces on this side as well. So while it's on the other side, I've just got a couple of other little bits to put that glue. Now it's drying off, you can actually see what I've missed. So I'm just going to quickly screw it a bit on there. So Yeah, so yeah, it is bi-directional running. Yeah, depending on what I'm running at the time, whether it's the 66s, freighters, or the 800 along with the HSTs. So I've basically got four tracks. Four tracks go into the station that you can see now, plus one that's parked up here. So this basically is a representation of Swindon Junction, which is a local station to me. I'll try to get it using things like Google Maps and actually popping down there on the day, just taking a couple of photos and that, just to get the outlay of the various tracks coming in. And I try to keep it as prototypical as I could. So normally, Swindon heading out towards Bath, we're going that way. This line here where it curves around, because underneath that is basically the line that goes to, let me guess, Gloucester, I believe. Either Gloucester or Chapman. I think it's the Gloucester line. So that comes in, and it either can use platform 1, which is this one here, goes all the way along. Obviously, we've got platform 2 there. It's obviously for like the small DMU sort of thing where they do the shuttle runs between Swindon and Gloucester. And obviously, then we've got our 3 main lines. You need to find that track rubber. There's definitely some crap on there. I have no idea where I put it. So yeah, so I try to keep it as prototypical as I can. There's a bit of water damage from here during the winter time, so I'm going to relay this, and I'll probably put a clear varnish or something on the top of that just to weather it a little bit. I still need to finish off this bit, but then the last bit of the building, which is like the waiting area, that's going to go into here. And once that's done, then I can start adding some more windows in, and then some of the lights, and we'll start putting some strip lights underneath here as well. So it's all coming together slowly. I'm a bugger for starting and stopping things. That's my problem, is that I get so far and I stop and I come up with another idea and I want to make a start on that one. So it's probably not the best way to model by any means, but it keeps it going. I know this has got to be done, so guys, if you like what you've seen, do hit the like button below. Give us a thumbs up, and you know, if you've got any comments that you'd like to put in there, again, just drop us a line or a comment sort of thing. Any ideas, hints, and tips, they're all greatly appreciated. We're all part of the same community at the end of the day, so everyone's helping each other out. I was thinking I could probably use that box. I'll tighten it up a little bit, but there is a office building around there. I might be able to build onto that, I think. Yeah, you might have to see about that one. So you've got a pretty good mix this current day and age of pretty much everything. 800 to go through Swindon. So the line between Paddington and Bristol is electrified. So you've got the Class 800 IEPs. They come through, which are electrified. You get a lot of freight coming in through here, so obviously freight liners, that's obviously FAOBs and motors. And the DMUs, as far as I'm aware, at the moment, I've only ever seen diesel DMUs. I've not seen any of the electric ones. That's not to say it will run, because I've not actually seen any run fast where I live. I live about 6-7 miles away from Bristol and Swindon. So we got the stuff as well. We got the usual sort of classic steam tours. We get the Scotsman, and there's quite a few others that come through every now and again. So that's quite good to see. And occasionally you get some cross-country ones where they've been rerouted. Some of the cross-country trains come through that particular line into something as well. So there's quite a mix, to be fair. See how fast this thing goes. It's not bad. The first one in what, an hour? First derailment of the hour. Yeah, a lot of aggregate trains come through. There's an actual aggregate haulage firm at Bassett. So usually every Tuesday or Wednesday, one that comes in and then reverses into the siding. We get an awful lot of scrap and various things that are hauled from the other side of London and come through via us and then straight off into South Wales. So yeah, we get a fair variety of freight come through. I need to move this back to the story. I don't know which one it is. It's in the version. Yes. Yeah, mainly in the 800s. Paddington to Bristol, Paddington to Britain, and down to Penzance as well. haven't seen any 60s, to be fair. Again, I don't tend to get out as much. I mean, it's hopefully the summertime sort of thing. I'll be able to get out a bit more and do some videos and stuff. I do a lot of shorts videos on the channel where I go down to the local bridge or next to the canal. He's not going to move, is he? Just move that one away from it. And sometimes you get to see the odd one or two come through, but yeah, there's a few 37s that come through. A couple of the 37s do come through, and you can hear them. You can tell they're 37s or whatever sort of thing. So it's just catching, being either off from work or just lucky on the day. A lot of the 150s, 153s. That's a short new GWR. You get fair few of them as well. You get a few touring trains. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, GWR was the main manufacturer for a lot of the steams down here. That's unfortunately all but gone now. There is a museum here for GWR steam and stuff like that. But all the sidings, all the buildings, stuff like that, most of the buildings have been knocked down now, apart from a small selection which have been converted into a shopping centre. But they still have some like the nostalgia cranes in there, and you've got some posters and boards in various places, telling the history of it and stuff. Sad, really. And this one's going to come through a little bit faster. That's only at half speed. If I put this any faster, this thing would fly off the rails. Yeah, I wasn't too keen on ballasting when I first started. Yeah, that's the thing. It is a shame. so many buildings and stuff that was here. I mean, Swindon literally was just full of track. You know, even from where this station was now, everything around it was just purely maintenance track going into the buildings. You name it, it was there. It was just nothing else. So when that all sort of closed down in the late 80s, early 90s, modernisation came to play. See how that ballasting is getting on? Right, guys, we'll just get this sound turned up a little bit. All right. Well, at least they put that area to good use. Then it sort of didn't get totally demolished and housing estates put on it, which is what's happened a lot here. Yeah. So I think what I'll do then, let me just switch back to another screen. We have one there. Okay. that. There we go. Try that again. Hello? No. There we go. Right, I think I've got it back on. Okay, back on. Right, sound back on. Let's just check this thing again. Hopefully the sound's working now. Audio. Yeah, hopefully the sound's there. Try that. There we go. Yep. Okay. Cool. Yeah. See, exactly. It's a straight swap from that camera to this one, and it's gone out of sync for some strange reason. Oh, never mind. So, what was I saying? Bloody hell. Yeah. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for today. Obviously, I'm just gonna let that ballast dry off now, and then I'll do the wiring onto the track next week or during the week, just to get some decent feed to that area. And I'll probably look at the back area as well, because that seems to be causing a few issues. So I'll probably put some more droppers down there and give the whole track a bit of a good clean. So yeah, like I said earlier on, the chat I gave at the beginning, yeah, it is what it is. I just, unfortunately, I cannot be connected to things like that. People do things on their channel. If they want to do that, they then fine, fair enough. But I certainly won't be a party to it, sort of thing. So I've had to make a decision on stopping that person from coming on my lives, and I've also stopped following him as well. Like I said earlier, I'm not going to say the name. I'm pretty certain quite a few of you already know who it is, the alleged issues that have gone on. I'm just thankful for one of the guys who actually sent me the links, because I've been offline for quite a few weeks, and showed me what's been happening. So to that end, yeah, it is what it is. You know, we just got to move on. We're all part of the community at the end of the day, and there should be no sort of type of bullying or other things going on that you shouldn't be doing on the live stream. So that's all I'm going to say. But anyway, thanks for coming in this afternoon. I know it hasn't been a great deal going on, just a little bit of ballasting, a bit of show and tell, and just having a set of trains run around. But rather than me spend the next 20 minutes just having those trains running around, I'll just call it quits for today, sort of thing. Should be online next Sunday. I am away for the night. So if I am back on next Sunday, I will put a post on the channel just to let anyone know. It's usually sort of half hour before if I'm going to be live or not. So I'll go from there. Do I follow John over at Harold Road? I'm not sure. Not sure. Let me just type. Is it just Harold Road or John at Harold Road? Let's have a look. Harold Road. Yes, I believe I am subscribed. Just have a look. His last video. I think I've only recently followed him, so probably the last couple of weeks, 2 weeks. Rivet counter update video goes. Oh, okay. I'll have to have a look at that then. Yeah, the same issue. People criticizing it. Well, that's Yeah, this guy wasn't so much criticizing the layout so much. It was more more sort of bullying, not towards me by any means, because well, one, I won't put up with it ever, and I just think people are just narrow-minded and don't have a life. Really, they don't have anything else to do. But yeah, it wasn't aimed at me. It was a third party that was involved. It's just that this person was a moderator on my channel, and some of the things that I'd seen, I physically cannot be associated with that. It's just not the done thing. So that's why I removed him. But why? If you don't like something, don't watch it. You know, yeah. I mean, I'll have a look. I've just seen something about rivet counters spoiling the hobby. I'll have a look at that later on, and then see what he's come up with. But you do get them. Unfortunately, you do get them. Yeah. Anyway, on that note, guys, thanks ever so much for joining me. Again, apologies, there's not too much been going on, just a bit of running and a bit of scenery sort of stuff. But thank you very much for joining in. If you like what you're seeing, at least do me a favor and hit the old like button. Helps with the old YouTube algorithms and all that lovely stuff that they love to do. Hopefully I'll be back live next Sunday, and then we'll see what we can get running. Yeah, there's I've got a couple of DMUs that I haven't run for an age, so I might get those cleaned up at the weekend, and basically have those running. I may even get the TMD area up and running because all the switches are in play now. Might do a little bit of shunting on there, just to get the 08s, the 66s moving around and stuff. Okay, guys. Thanks very much, and hopefully see you next Sunday. Okay, bye for now, guys. Take care.